Alrighty, what is going on? You're gonna see a slightly different style of videos for the time being, mainly because I was getting a little bit tired of sitting behind the desk with the microphone and the glasses and all that stuff. You know, it just felt too much of like an act, right? Sometimes I was able to push through it, but other times, you know, I'm getting distracted. I'm thinking, oh, I have to check mark these steps and all that stuff. While I was away, because, hello, I'm back. While I was away, I did a lot of these, you know, I guess like vlog style recordings where I just pulled out my phone and started recording. That will become a bit more evident once I actually release the video. It is still being worked on, should be done tomorrow. Yeah, whether or not it gets posted tomorrow, it'll probably be posted tomorrow. The point being, I was doing a lot of these, and I enjoyed it a lot more. It felt a lot more fluid. I was able to walk around, and you're also gonna get a little bit more of a sense of my life, right? I am not just trying to talk about all this stuff. I am actually living it, or should I say, I do live this stuff, and I just want to show that I live this stuff. Right? So you may see a pretty semi-messy situation going on. And it's mainly because I haven't fully finished unpacking it. And I'm staring at myself and not at you. I haven't fully finished. I haven't fully gotten there. But we're getting there. One step at a time, even though I got back like 15 hours ago or something. Right, but that's also part of the mind saying, oh, just get right to work. Just do it, just start, just go. I actually started to do that and then stopped myself. I took a break. I found myself getting a little bit, at one point actually a little bit even like lightheaded, but I think I was just dehydrated at that point. Turns out a lot of travel like that can easily dehydrate. But yeah, I was getting to a point where my brain was just not fully there, and I realized I was like, Philip, don't make this mistake. Take a break, rest. I once did an event a while back, and I was just in such a good mental state after the event that I just got right to work. I spent one day resting my body, one day resting my mind on 2 separate days, and then I was just going, and it resulted in such a level of exhaustion afterwards that it turned into a panic attack, because I thought I was doing everything wrong, and I was messing up, and I was broken, and all of these negative patterns popping up out of nowhere. Never did this before. Never had that happen before. And yeah, so I am definitely avoiding that. I'm avoiding that by ways of just taking a break, taking it easy, you know? There was one day at the end of my trip to Fiji, in case that was not obvious, if you haven't watched the most recent stuff. There was one day at the very end where we weren't doing stuff, and it was like a very chill day, but it was still like travel mode, right? I was still abroad. I was still exploring the world. So it wasn't like true relaxation, true reset, true travel, or relaxation. Yeah, it was travel. For me, a good reset is actually just getting into bed and just closing my eyes for a bit. And by a bit, I mean like a whole day. So I don't know if I'm fully going to finish editing that video today, but I will get to it within the next day or two. I might play around with it today. There's just a lot of footage. There's a lot more than I anticipated. I thought it was just going to be pictures and videos, but then it's like all of my videos speaking like this, and there's maybe like 10 of them at least, if not like 15. So yeah, we're getting to it. I feel the need to talk about this, call it method of communication. I don't know how I want to classify it, but I want to say that when someone is talking to you, when someone is bringing something up about themselves and their lives, it is either a cry for help or to build love and connection, right? Anytime anybody says anything, it's one of those two things. And I want you to start looking out for that in your life. If someone is coming up to you and they are angry, right? They are upset and they are saying things you know that they don't mean to say. That is a cry for help. They're not saying the words, "I'm crying for help," but it is a cry for help. And what we tend to do very often in our lives is when someone is sending out a cry for help, we respond with our own cry for help. And it just becomes this cry battle, right? It's like when someone comes up to you and just starts yelling, you never wash the dishes on time. You never take care of your chores. You never do anything like that. You never do things around the house. And then the other person responds with, "Well, yeah, but I'm always working so hard and I'm always so tired and I don't have the energy and all you're doing is blah, 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 blah," right? Complaining, yada, yada, yada. It becomes a cry for help battle. And nobody wins in those. The way to respond to a cry for help is a bit of love and connection. Sending someone your love, your support, giving them your understanding. They may be angry at something, but rarely is the thing that they're angry about the real problem. Just know that. Know that if someone's coming to you with a problem, 999 times out of 1,000, it is deeper than whatever the problem is. They don't have it in words just yet. You can help them. They don't have it in words just yet, but it's something deeper. It's never the laundry, right? It's never the person cutting them off in traffic. It's never the stress from work. It's something more, like what all of that means to them. Because we all have a story, we all have a framework in our minds of how we view the world. So it's never just those things. And I'm bringing this up because sometimes people are going to come to you telling you about a problem and you are going to respond in many different ways. But ultimately, you want to make sure that it's out of love. It's out of love and wanting to help, right? If someone comes to you wanting help of their own, saying, "Hey, I've been having these thoughts, I've been having these feelings, and I don't know what to do about them," and you say, "All right, go find someone to talk to," that's in a way, a cry for help saying, "I don't know how to help you." And it's okay to not know how to help someone, not immediately. But I will say that there's a reason that that person is coming to you for that cry for help to begin with. Sometimes it's as simple as asking them, "What would you like me to do?" Or, "How can I help?" Right? It's sometimes so simple, yet the hardest questions to ask. When someone's coming to you with a big problem, yeah, they may like whatever solution that comes to mind, but in reality, they have, whether they realize it or not, a very simple thing that needs done. And it's different for everyone, but it's a very simple thing that needs done that once it happens, they will feel a lot better. Because it's also not about completely solving everybody's problems. It's just about meeting their needs. And oftentimes we are looking for that love. We cry for help, but we're looking for love. Give that person love, whoever that person may be in your life right now. Give that person that love. It doesn't take a lot. You just have to show up a little bit differently. I know you've tried so many different things, but as I like to say, you gave them everything. You gave them everything except what they needed. If they are still needing help, you've given everything you can but what they needed. So find out what they need. If you can't clearly tell me what they need, then you haven't figured it out. Work hard, work strong, but love harder, love stronger. From there, I promise everything will work out exactly how it's supposed to. That was just on my mind. That was on my heart, and I felt like someone needed to hear it. I don't know who. I don't know who. I have ideas of who, but I don't know who. And whether or not you do anything with this is up to you. It could be sending it to someone. It could just be liking or leaving a comment, whether you agree or disagree. But you decide what you do with this. And until we meet again, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.